This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Hey y'all, I'm April.
And I'm Caroline.
And this
is your Bloody Happy Hour.
Caroline, are you ready for this?
This is your newest guilty pleasure.
It's the bloodiest part of your week.
Did we say something about it also being happy hour?
Show did.
Because we about to be sipping on some murder. Bloody Happy Hour.
Hey y'all, this is April.
And this is Caroline.
This is Bloody Happy Hour Tuesday edition. We're so happy to be here.
We're so delighted.
Thank you for tuning in to our short episode.
Yeah,
We're going to give you
it's our
everything
short.
that's in the news.
Yeah.
It's a very short.
Very short. Couple updates.
Yes.
Ellen Greenberg. We mentioned her recently. She was the one who had all the stab wounds in her, like the back of her head.
Yes.
Like
we did
20. Yes, we did a whole episode on her.
Boyfriend did it.
Allegedly. Well, that's what we think, but then he was connected to like
everybody
judges
like
and stuff.
Situation.
Yes, and so then they ruled it a suicide, which is very hard to suicide yourself. And I don't know why you would pick the back of your neck or head to stab yourself.
In downward motion like that.
In a downward motion. And the family has been trying to, I don't know if they like want a trial or they just don't want it ruled a suicide.
Yeah.
And they would never change it. They were like, just change it to homicide. Just change it because it's not a suicide. So the Pennsylvania Supreme Court has decided to hear the wrongful death case. And this is back from 2011. Mm-hmm. So it's taken forever. And they're hoping to get the manner of death changed. So I don't know if that will then lead to looking into it, which
Probably.
they should.
Because if it goes to homicide,
then you have an unsolved.
You gotta
and you know the boyfriend is now like he's married with kids and like moved on and all the things.
His wife is probably like, it's all a lie. It's all
a lie.
I'm
like,
till he turns on her.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if she had any type of life insurance too. You're not able to get life insurance if it's a suicide.
Oh.
Which I'm sure that's not the motivation behind it.
Yeah.
But all the stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, good.
So that's been like, there's been petitions and change.org and all these different things that they've been trying to do all kinds of stuff. And that story was just wild. And she was just a teacher who had just come home. It was raining and school was closed and wild.
Wow.
Scott Peterson is back in the newsy news.
What are these family annihilators just trying to be relevant again?
I don't know.
Last week?
Yeah, I know. So apparently the judge granted his request to test the duct tape for DNA, and what's it called? The Innocence Project.
Yes.
The people that are doing it, and that they believe that it will clear him, and that he will get a new trial. Because this whole thing,
would have to watch it all.
Yeah, this whole thing about she was burglarized and this and that and the other. I'm like, no.
Is there a date when it's supposed to be?
Well, I think that first they have to test the duct tape.
Oh, okay.
And then if there's, I don't know what other.
We need to cover the story. We need to cover this story so that it's like fresh in our mind when all this comes about, because it was so long ago. I've never done a deep dive into it. I mean, we all know this story.
Okay, we have to do
all the ins and the outs.
We got to do Chris Watts and we got to do Scott Peterson.
Okay,
so
rock, paper, scissors.
I know. Either way, it's good. They're both like two of the biggest cases.
I need my book club to pick up one. Okay.
Then we have in trial news this Ashley Banfield, who was it's called the Black Swan murder trial. And it's called that because she was a ballerina. And so the movie Black Swan. So this was, they just had a verdict like yesterday. So 32-year-old Ashley Banfield, former ballerina, was convicted of manslaughter of her husband it happened in 2020, and she shot him, but she was claiming self-defense. Okay. So she's 24, he's 54. She claims it's self-defense, and now she faces 30 years in prison. So she was originally charged with second degree, but they dropped it down to the lesser charge of manslaughter. And what happened was she was at her mom's house because she was married to this guy. They separated. She went and lived with her mom. She got pregnant. I guess at what point, I think she knew she was pregnant and then went to live with her mom. They weren't even together that long. The prosecutors are saying that she killed her estranged husband because she wanted sole custody of their daughter. So I guess they did already have the daughter. Maybe she had just been born. And didn't want him in their lives anymore. He wasn't like a danger. Okay. He never like hit her, but he did like hit things around her. Oh. And he at one point like shot a gun up in the ceiling and like punched the wall and was like violent, but he never like hit her.
So was she trying to say self-defense?
She was trying to say that she was just so scared of what he might do at this point, and so she had just grabbed, he was coming at her, she says, and she had to demonstrate this. She had to get up off the stand and demonstrate, and she said he was doing something with his arms and, like, coming towards her, and she just, like, freaked out and randomly grabbed a gun and then just shot him. And I don't know. I didn't like the prosecutor who was questioning her, and I didn't like her lawyer. I just didn't really her on the stand. I didn't find it believable what she was saying, but she was just like acting so just like this and just
trying to act
I
like
don't
a victim.
know, and you just never know because I've never been a victim like that, so I don't know how people act. You don't know how people act, but
nobody must have believed her if she was convicted.
Yeah,
or not guilty. I mean guilty.
And so what it was, she was the founder of a American National Ballet Institute in Charleston, South Carolina, which it failed because they were trying to be inclusive.
What is it?
Well, boys typically, boys and like overweight people, and I mean, you can't really. It's kind of hard to balance on them toes if you got a little extra.
Want everybody's money.
Yeah. Yes.
Sure, go pay that fee.
Mm-hmm. So they met in 2016 when she was 24 years old, when she was a ballet dancer. He was a Navy veteran and a technology consultant. They got married soon after. They had the kid. I guess it was in 2018. They started going through this custody battle, and that's when she moved in with her mom. And she and her ex had agreed that they're going to move to Maryland, and then that's where they're going to relocate, and they're going to like share, like go back and forth with the kid. And then that's whenever they had this argument, and then there was this, and he just got shot. But then now the judge is going. We don't know when the sentencing is going to happen because she gets up to 30 years. And this whole time she's been out on bond. And typically, you continue to be out on bond, like until you go in for your sentencing, I think. I mean, I guess it's up to the judge.
Yeah.
But she was like, nope, straight to prison.
I mean, that's what they did to teacher here.
Yeah, that's true. And that they did that to Hannah Gutierrez Reed. We got an Olympic story. I mean, we have multiple. Well, this is about a Dutch beach volleyball player.
Okay.
Steven van de Velde.
Okay.
So we know there's a lot of drama going on with the Olympics. Have you watched any?
Uh-huh.
Did you watch the opening ceremonies?
Yes. Well, Do
you see the controversy?
I seen the controversy since it, but I didn't see that part of the opening ceremony. I'm going back and like rewatching it slowly. I was watching it and I thought it was so cool how like they were traveling all over the place and doing they had like all the effects and the
like singing was good, and then they had to go do that damn Last Supper or whatever they did, and they I know.
But was it really, though?
Well, I mean, that's kind of what they said.
What the controversy is?
Yeah, they said that's what they said. It was their portrayal. What's his something last name's Jolly, who was putting it on. It was like, this is how we do it in France, or something like that. Like that was what they called the depiction, was similar to the Last Supper.
But it's a depiction of a Greek bacchanal feast party, which is like a Greece thing.
So are Greece all people like?
Look
are
at
they
those
all?
look at that woman in the middle. She looks like the big trans.
Yeah, but are they all drag queens too?
No, I think they're depicting
this thing
and trans, but that's all women, right?
It looks like dudes in there. I mean, I don't know. What's the guy in the yellow? Well, and then they had the bearded man, and they had the little kid in there with him and everything, and I don't know. I haven't watched much of the Olympics, but this story has come out that has nothing to do with that, but it's just like part of the drama. So a lot of people are calling for the withdrawal of 29-year-old Dutch beach volleyball athlete Steven van de Velde because Steven is not just an athlete, he is also a convicted child rapist.
Oh, good job, Steven.
So in 2014, when he was 19, he flew to England to meet up with a 12-year-old girl that he met on Facebook. He flew there fully knowing that she was 12.
Oh, maybe I did see this.
He gave her alcohol to drink. He drank with her. He then raped her. She even told him that he was hurting her, but he didn't stop. And they couldn't get a hotel room, and they ended up sleeping on some cardboard in the stairway or whatever. So the day after the assault, Steven told the girl that she needed to go get the morning after pill because he did not use protection, and there was risk of pregnancy.
Oh, shit.
So she went to the family planning clinic, and the clinic called her family, as they should. Yeah. And the family... Because she was zero. And then the family called the police, and Steven as they should have. And
wait, where was Steven from again?
Well, he's Dutch. So where's
Dutch? Okay.
Dutch?
From
Dutch.
Dutchtown.
He's from Dutchtown. He's from the old Dutchville. I don't know.
But he flew to where?
England.
Is it legal in either of those places?
I would hope 12 years old is not.
I hope not. But I think it's legal in
12?
Mexico. I think it is.
Oh, wait. There are some places where you are a legal adult at 12. Wait, where was that? Well, that's what David Koresh said, right?
That's
what David Koresh said.
You were on the compound.
Let me get out the compound. Oh, so.
But I don't know.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So Steven pled guilty to 3 counts of raping a child. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison. He served 1 year in British prison before being transferred to a prison in the Netherlands, where he served a whole month and was released in 2017. And apparently the Netherlands have very lenient laws against sex crimes involving minors. The Netherlands.
Okay.
So in 1 year in British prison, he was there for 1 year. Then in the Netherlands, he served a month. A month. And that's when
he was convicted. So are there not rules against? So Trump can go to the Olympics too? Felons in the Olympics. Anybody could. You just got to be good at the sport.
Apparently,
are they trying to take his medal away?
He didn't get no medal. So since Steven has had several interviews, he's claiming he's not a pedophile and that all he did was make a big mistake. He just made a big mistake. And I mean, it seems like it was pretty planned out to me because, you found her on Facebook, you flew there, you had alcohol, and she told you to stop and you didn't. And then you told her to go to the family planning clinic and all the things. So pretty sure it wasn't a mistake.
No.
So fast forward to the Olympics, when it was announced that he would be part of the team, somebody emailed in to the Dutch Olympic Committee wondering why a child rapist is going to be representing their country and be on this team.
Good reason
and
to be
compete.
Karen.
Yeah. And so the Dutch Olympic Committee released a statement saying Steven has fully engaged with all requirements and has met all of the stringent risk assessment thresholds, checks, and due diligence. Experts have stated that there is no risk of recidivism, ma'am.
What is that?
Reoffending.
Okay.
I looked it up.
Good job saying it.
I know. I didn't even mess it up. And he has consistently remained transparent about the case, which he refers to as the most significant misstep of his life. He deeply regrets the consequences of his actions for those involved, and he has been open about his personal transformation and blah, 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 blah. So he's currently married. He has a son. His volleyball teammates defend him, saying he's completely changed. The past is the past. He's a successful athlete who should be allowed to move forward with his life.
How old was this when he had? Was he when he?
He was 19.
Okay.
She was 12.
Shit.
So a lot of people are outraged about this, and that he was even allowed to compete, and he was like heavily booed whenever he came out for his first match, which was I think they played Italy and they lost. And then the Brave Movement, which is a global organization working to end child sexual violence, wrote a letter to the Dutch Olympic Committee saying perpetrators move on, but those they abuse are left searching for healing and justice. We need a world centered around survivors, not perpetrators. Because you think like, well, what's she doing now? Like she's completely like scarred for life.
Yeah.
So they went on to say that removing Steven from the Olympic Games is this same Brave Movement group. Yeah. They were like the only appropriate action is to remove him from the games, which that's kind of where we are right now. I don't know.
Like, is he going to be removed?
I know. Are they going to just keep going and lose? Plus, like we said, the Olympics is getting a lot of heat with all kinds of things right now, and I don't know what's well. Also, did you hear all the boxing stuff that's going on?
I saw the girl that had to go against a
guy. Who is pretending
to be gave up because she was like, I'm not going to win this or something, and then she's bawling, crying. Yeah. Oh my goodness, we just can't even have the simple Olympics anymore.
You know, and this whole I know. And why isn't Russia there? I didn't even realize Russia wasn't there. I guess because they're in a war. I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know either.
But it's just a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
I thought I saw Russia's boat go by.
Well, I was listening to something, and it was because there's Simone Biles has some beef with some other teammate, I think. I don't know really what's going on. I've literally not watched one thing of it. I've only watched the opening ceremonies.
That was your...
I know. I didn't know which...
That was your passion. You don't know what channel to put it on? You
I know. There's no, I have YouTube TV, but I have and I've have them all recorded and I need to watch them, but I'm like...
Now there's too much to watch.
I'm just too busy watching YouTube. So anyway.
I did watch the gymnastics. I watched some of the swimming. Those are my favorite events are the running events. But I'll just turn it on in the evening for a little bit.
Yeah.
See how everybody's doing.
I just like to hear it in the background, but I haven't done that yet. So. And then finally, last one we're going to Houston, Texas. Everilda Cooks I Lessum.
Where's she from?
She's from, I believe...
Ecuador.
I think it might be.
Oh.
Guatemala.
That
sounds like the same place to me. So she's here living illegally. That's normal. So she's accused of tossing her newborn baby into the dumpster. So she was 18. She is 18. She's arrested in Houston. Investigators said that she gave birth to a baby boy on the ground behind a food truck where she worked. And this was on July 21st. She put the baby in a tied garbage bag and then threw it in a dumpster behind some random apartment complex. She put the child, the placenta, and the umbilical cord. So, she had to, cut it.
It comes out.
Oh, you don't
It's attached to the...
Why they always say cut the cord?
Because you have to cut it from the baby, and you cut it off the baby.
Oh, it's not stuck into you?
It's
it's stuck to the placenta and to the baby.
The baby, yeah.
Oh. I'm just a childless cat mom. It's fine. Dog mom, actually. But, so, yeah, she put all this in a trash bag, took the trash bag, put it in the dumpster, left the kid in the dumpster with the bag, all the things. Luckily, somebody walking by heard a baby crying.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
And called the police, everything. So Houston PD, EMS, get to the dumpster. They remove the baby from the dumpster. They safely transport the baby to Texas Children's Hospital to be evaluated. And they're like trying to figure out where this baby came from, who did this, whatever. They finally like lead it back to Evanescence or whatever her name is. I told you I was thinking Esmeralda. And she told the investigators that she, quote, had no choice but to put her baby in the dumpster because she did not want her boyfriend to break up with her.
Oh, good. I was waiting for it. Okay, give me, what's your good reason?
The event was caught on surveillance footage.
Of course.
And it shows them, and I watched it, it shows the moment that the first responders arrived and found the baby inside the bag. And the EMS are seen wrapping up this crying newborn baby in a blue blanket just inches from the dumpster. He's since been placed in Child Protective Services. He's in good health. Evervescence Evernelda, the Guatemalan national, was charged with 1 count of felony abandoning a child without the intent to return. She made her first court appearance on Friday. And the judge scolded her for leaving her son to die in a dumpster, saying it was pure luck that the child was found and received care. Given the fact that it's the middle of the summer in Houston, Texas, and the temperature at the time, noting the danger of the child under those circumstances, she says, I'm going to set the bail in this case at $90,000. Prosecutors requested that it be set at $150,000. Her public defender said it should be set at $7,500. However, Evervelda Diaz, her bond was raised to $200,000 on Monday, and so ICE, which is Immigration and Customs Enforcement, has placed a hold on her, and they will not release her because she is a flight risk. And she was also previously arrested in 2023 by Customs and Border Protection and has an undisclosed mental disability. And she's been held at Harris County Jail.
So will they... ICE has hold on her. I don't know what that means. Will they try her here and she'll go to jail here? Or will she have to go back to her hometown?
Well, I hope she has to go back.
I know, but do they do that? Do they just
don't
bus
know.
them over?
They should.
Or drive them over? Or do we, since it happens, it's like everywhere. Like if you commit a crime in
I guess they would have to
you have to try it all there in Tennessee because the crime happened there.
No, but think about it. Whenever I forget her name because it was a long name, when she went to Mexico and she was beat up by like her friends and she died there in Mexico.
Yeah.
And
Shanquilla.
Shanquilla. And so they had to fight to get her back to the U.S. to at least get her body back. But I guess...
But she was dead.
She was dead. So, and the people came back.
Well, because they didn't say there's a crime.
That's true.
If there was an actual crime committed, it would have to happen over there.
Okay, well, what about Costa Rica?
Britney Spears. Bitch did something in Russia and they kept her ass in Russia.
And she did? Recently?
Not Spears. Griner.
Oh, hell.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
So I guess you do have to like finish it off here, but maybe when it's time to go to jail.
Well, think about
Jordan
Caitlin Armstrong, who...
Yeah, but the crime didn't happen over there.
Oh, yeah, the crime happened here.
They
and she
extradited
fled.
her.
So the crime... okay, Brittany, the crime happened in Russia.
You have to investigate the crime, convict them or not, wherever the crime happened, and then they decide where they go to jail, I bet.
Yeah, because I think your country would have to fight to get you back, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I guess so.
I have no idea. I'm sure either way it doesn't matter because ain't nothing gonna happen anyway. So she's probably just gonna.
Oh, I want to know what the mental disability is. Is that going to help her or hurt the situation?
I'm sure they're just like, oh, she's a mental disability, ma'am.
Low IQ. Oh goodness, so sad. But the baby's alive.
The baby is alive, and I guess I'm gonna have to adopt it.
Yeah.
What is there anything else? I feel like there was something else, but I can't. Nope.
I don't think so.
Quickie quick.
Really good. That's what we're here for. Quick stories. Y'all tune into the Olympics. Let us know what's going on because I'm barely tuning in.
Barely tuning in.
Barely. But I did see that America has the most medals right now, or as of a night or two ago.
Okay, good.
So
I don't
does
even
that mean we're winning?
Yeah,
Does somebody win at the end? Is there like the best country?
I mean, are we brand new? I think we are. We must be.
Oh, we're not as bad as like the Gen Z kids. I saw they'll ask like these random college kids, if you were in the Olympics, what sport would you medal in? And they're like, what sports do they have? They're like, what do they have? They had no idea. Like, what they're like, is there basketball? I'd medal in basketball, I think. Or like they had no idea where to go with it. Is there fishing? I'd medal in fishing. Is there fishing?
Then again, whenever I did turn on my YouTube TV and it gave me all the options of all, I was like, I didn't know half the things.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know if this was winter or summer Olympics that we were. I didn't even know the Olympics were coming up until they came up.
Yeah. 4 years goes by really quick.
Well, it's really 2 because you get the winter and then the summer.
Oh.
But I do want to watch. I probably will watch track.
Running is all my favorite of all of them. So the track and fields,
Because that
the long distance ones.
hooker who done stole my record, I'm sure she's there.
Oh, how'd she steal it?
Because she
She
beat me.
it. Okay. Well, but she's probably too old now.
No, I really think that she just beat it. But I don't know where she came from and why she just beat it. If she's jumping 6'8", that's insane. I thought she for sure had a penis, but she doesn't.
Oh.
So
is your name off of the...
I don't know. I haven't researched it that much. I'm just still pretending I have the record.
Okay.
Until I see my name gone, I still have it.
Okay. Well, if you are in the Bar and College Station area and you're in the in the gymnasium is where I saw it.
Well, it's really it's the indoor track facility.
Okay. You'll see Caroline. If you don't see Caroline's
If you don't see a
anywhere,
giant picture of me up on the whole big, huge thing that surrounds this whole facility,
let her know. Let her know either way.
Yeah, just let me know. Just be like, all right, you know what? It's not you anymore.
I saw it years ago, but I didn't see your picture. I just saw your
I have
name
the picture
around, like where they put all the record breakers. But I was there for like a spring football game on the indoor part.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we will see y'all Thursday for a new episode. We're going to Florida. Nothing good ever happens in Florida. Oh, I did see that. I saw that. I remember that picture. Next to looks like
the guy from black and white
like Bruce
picture.
Jenner.
It might be. It could be. It was from 1981, and my record was from 2006.
Ooh, it was a long time ago. Okay,
So
let's go to Florida.
Let's do it.
Nothing good ever happens in Florida unless you're going on vacation.
All
All right. Don't forget to
stay aware,
stay alive,
and always be DTF.
Bye, y'all.
Goodbye.
This has been a Rogue Media Network